We're playing Styx Master of Shadows, and we're moving. We hurry up and grab this coin before this guard gets over here to take a bite of that apple or whatever hell fruit that is, and then jump off this wall before they all notice. We're good. So this is Conflagration, part 3 of 4. It's our 25th board, and we are still doing the Thief, Mercy, and Shadow Insignia achievements, which is all coins collected, no alerts triggered, clones don't count, and no enemies murdered. So, first 2 coins are out of the way, and here's coin number 3 in this cool bird's nest out in the abyss. So now we're going to go down along the right side of this giant castle area and grab some health right here. There's nobody over here right now, but if you wait long enough, eventually a guard will circle through. So it's easy to make this whole process go quickly. And we're going to jump over this giant crate, otherwise sometimes those guys see me, and up the stairs. So we have 2 knights that circle around up here, so make sure he's not looking directly at you. Perfect. He's not. And coin number 4.
No way to go through here.
Yes, that guy. So we're just going to go around him. So if you hold the right arrow over, he'll just climb straight on top. You don't have to jump because those guys will definitely see you if you jump. And then wait for this guard to turn his back. We're going to grab this knife and then use the grapples that are just above the knife to hop into the ceiling area of the next room. So, there's a nice pretty coin on that table. Make sure you do not land on a chair, and you can hide on this side of the desk until the knight loops around. And that guy never seems to see you anyways, as long as you're not moving very fast, because there's some shadows of the desk. So we're going to go back out this way, and then take the ceiling route to go all the way back over to the other side, where that guy was hanging out in the doorway, and Styx said something about not being able to pass. So sometimes these jumps are kind of tricky, so here's a good place to save. I like to get it right up to the edge before I jump, and then I usually don't miss. And we are going to go down through this window. As long as you do this pretty slowly, that guy's never going to notice. Land on the carpeting, muffles your sound, and as long as that knight isn't facing our direction, we can just grab the coin and head down the stairs. So this knight heads towards you as soon as you come down the stairs, but quickly turn around and jump off and wait for him to go up. Also, this is another good place to save because we are going to do some ogre action. Alright, that knight's up the stairs. We're going to sacrifice a clone to the big bad ogre. Get pretty close, but not very close, because popping the clone will actually alert him. And then... sorry, clone. You're dead. Grab coin and go over the balcony. Now, no matter how cautious and quiet you are, the ogre is going to freak out, putting everyone on kind of an alert. Not the alert that counts, though, so that's all that matters. And we're going to wait here for the knight to come down and turn around.
Don't trust anyone, not even Barrymen.
So now we're going to follow him up the hall.
Worry not. I know what I'm doing.
So if your sand isn't still handy as the first thing selected, get it ready. We're not going to put out that torch that's currently selected, but we're going to put the torch out that's directly inside that doorway. So we can scoot in here and hide kind of between them. That guy always turns to the right. And make sure you wait until you're in the doorway to put out this torch.
Well, let's not kill anybody from here. Otherwise, Barryman might suspect something.
And quietly steal this coin, and we're going to go out this doorway. This one actually has a lock we need to open. So now here is the original room that we started in the last time we came through here. There is a guard that comes and approaches us right here. He's kind of at the perfect position. We're going to grab the second to last coin and spawn a clone. So he's going to come into the doorway and just kind of hang there. You won't be seen if you stay right here. As soon as he turns his back, we're going to sneak through the room, leaving the clone here, because we need to distract that guy away from his post. We're going to hide under the table and wait for that guard to get close to returning to the doorway position, because that's a good time to use the whistle for our Styx, but here it's going to be a screech. You need to pull the guy up on the stairwell. So now they're going to come down together, and then you can sneak past and go up the stairs.
No, there's nobody.
So from here on out, we are safe until we have to leave again. So we're going to go grab all the goodies before we talk to the ambassador elf. Here's another health if you need it. And our very last coin is right here. And then this is where the relic is. Again, same as last time. And the code for this time is the leftmost one, and then right. Most locks, triggers, things, stuff. Ooh, pretty. Alright, secondary objective complete.
Take off by air, or I get out of the embassy and go straight to the docks. Anyway,
So now
I
we
have
need to get
find
out of here.
Cerberus before Styx does.
When that guard is to the right, this is a good time to scoot down the left side of the stairs. We're going to spawn a clone again, wait till we're in the very corner, and then as long as the guard is not coming our direction, we are going to hide underneath the stairs.
Someone who goes there? Shit. I must have been dreaming. What's going on over there?
So use our clone again to deter everyone, and we're going to sneak past all these guys and go underneath the table. That guy always turns yellow, but you can completely ignore him. We're going to hang out under here and wait for the guard in the silver armor to loop around. Everyone returns back to their posts, but this guy's going to pass right by us. We need to go through that door. So we'll be in the sunlight for just a brief moment. That guy will turn yellow, but we can quickly go through that door because we don't have to unlock it. So we'll be fine.
Something moved over there.
So now we have two options for the distraction. You don't have to do the distraction, but it does give you all the achievements of the board. And I'm going to do both of them. Neither of them count towards guard murders, so you can do whatever you want. We're going to go very quietly past the ogre.
Get your blades out, guys. We've got company.
No, no way to go through here. I gotta find another way.
So scoot over to the edge. We have to jump over this guy's field of vision. And then we're going to go back up the wall the same way we did the first time. Hold over to the left. That way he just climbs up and he doesn't jump. And again, we're going to whistle. It's going to pull the guards from this hallway into the other room. That way we can release the chandelier and create distraction number 1.
Stay alert. Oh shit! What the fuck is this bollocks?
Actually, we're going to go toward the right. A lot of these guards are hanging out on the leftmost side, so it's easier to go over this direction and climb this wall so that we can sneak out of the building.
Oh shit! Hey, what's going on? Mustn't lay hands on a piece of shit.
So we can land on this doorway. They won't look up and see us. We have to wait till all the guards are out of the way, and then we can open up that gate.
All right, quick, let's get flying.
The other benefit of going out this way is we can grab the sand right here, fill it up if we didn't have any, and then we can meet the ambassador. So this is distraction route number 2. Again, we have to jump over that guy's field of vision. And now we're going to head down to the apothecary lab and set a bunch of toxic chemicals on fire. So this route takes a lot longer than the chandelier, but this one's way more fun.
Found nothing suspicious.
So if you came down here the first time because there was a coin, we have to again use the same route. Our clone is going to go under the gate. He's going to open that gate. As long as you stay in the crouching stealth mode, you don't have to go slow past the sleeping guard. Just go in here, set things on fire, and then we gotta escape again. There's no guards in here this time, so that makes this a little bit easier. So as long as you don't mind all the puking sounds, this one is way more fun. So we can totally grab this health if you need it, and we can go straight up the stairs. Those knights will turn around and come back down, so we just need to hang off the edge of the stairs until they are passed. And then we just need to sneak past those two guys. Well, they're supposed to walk down the stairs together. Hurry up, dude. So you can sneak past these guys with invisibility, but if you have 2 sand left, then you could do that also if you don't have amber. So put the right one out first.
Anyone see what happened?
That one is going to pull his knife and go on the offensive. You can sneak past the guy on the right if you put his out first, because he's going to turn his back and look at it. Wait for that guy to go around the corner, and then you can hug the wall and sneak right past him. Do this quickly because he does turn around, grab more sand, and get out of here.